On November 28, 1823, the Tennessee legislature passed an act to reduce Overton County to its constitutional limits and to form a new county out of parts of the counties of Overton and Morgan, and this was Fentress County. It was created by an act of the legislature in session in Murfreesboro in 1823. It was named for James Fentress, a prominent Tennessee legislator for many years. The county seat, Jamestown, is situated near the center of the county on the Cumberland Plateau. This site was no doubt selected on account of the fact that it was near the geographical center of the county and the fact that several fine springs of water bubbled up from the sand here. This was once called Sand Springs. Later it became the Obedstown of the Gilded Age by Mark Twain. This place is on an Indian trace and was an Indian resting place on their trips from the east to the Cumberland River region. It also possibly furnished them a camping ground while hunting on the plateau, a region that is rich in wild game. The first courthouse was built in 1828 and the town was incorporated in 1837. Some of the earliest settlers were Coonrod Powell, Pearson Miller, Arthur Frog, John Riley, and Moses Poor. The first deed conveying land in Fentress County was Henry Rowan's to Coonrod Powell, September the 22nd, 1780. Coonrod Powell and others was known as a long hunter. Around 1798, when he was about 37 years old, he picked up his flintlock rifle and set out on foot to explore the wilderness area to the westward. He settled at the Three Forks of the Wolf. At the Three Forks of the Wolf, known today as Pall Mall, Coonrod found a place that suited him and he thought he'd settle there. He found a spring that was cool and crystal clear and made his home temporarily in a cave. This was around 1798. The early settlers were able to survive by trapping and hunting. They traded furs, hides, and meat. The early settlers also traded the wild roots and herbs which were plentiful in this wilderness area. One early product was pine tar, as the early settlers turned pine into tar, which was used as a lubricant mainly for wooden wheels and axles of wagons. And later on, as the population grew, many turned to farming. Coal and timber has also been very important to the local economy since those early years. During the years 1861 to 1865, times were turbulent for Americans during the war between the states, or known as the Civil War. There was great division between the northern states and southern states that eventually led to war. It was a brutal time for all, but there were no more brutality than here in our local region due to guerrilla warfare. The two main leaders were Tinker Dave Beatty for the Union and Champ Ferguson for the Confederacy. It was a bloody, troubled time for the residents in our area. Finally, the war came to a close in 1865, but there would be animosity between northern and southern sympathizers for years to come. Early Fentress County had strong religious convictions, and there were several churches that were in communities across the county. Homecomings, revivals, camp meetings, and baptizings were commonplace during this time. One famous minister was Reverend A.B. Wright, who was a circuit riding minister that traveled horseback, sharing the gospel in many remote areas. He witnessed many conversions, baptisms, marriages, and funerals down through the years and kept a detailed record of the same. Fentress County has a rich history that we should all be proud of. I've traveled to countries in Europe with amazing beauty, but none can match the beauty of the Cumberland Plateau, the winding river gorges, beautiful overlooks, and amazing lakes and streams. I've traveled all across the country, from the snow in Michigan to the deserts of the West. Nothing compares to Fentress County, Tennessee. Of all the beauty we have, the greatest of all is the people of this area. They're always there in a time of need, always ready to extend a helping hand. Much like our ancestors of years ago, just like them, we must depend upon one another to make it day by day. Today we celebrate our Biceentennial, 200 years as a county in the great state of Tennessee. Happy birthday, Fentress County. Long may we be free. I dedicate this video in memory of our ancestors that built this county and to those men and women that work hard every day to continue to make us strong. May God continue to bless our county, state, and our nation.